Hello and welcome back to Subsistence. Had a couple of days away from the game, couple of reasons. First of all, I've been pretty addicted to Oxygen Not Included just lately and found myself just wanting to play that a lot. It's quite a clever game, a lot of logic involved and organising things. Just my sort of game really. And yesterday I sat down, realised I hadn't recorded Subsistence, I think I missed a day. Was it yesterday? I think I put my last Subsistence episode 92 out on the 6th. So I've actually missed 2 days of Subsistence recordings, I'm afraid. Sat down, realised I'd missed a couple of recordings yesterday and thought I'll do a live stream, haven't done one for a while. Sat there, started talking, I think I got about 3 minutes in, lost my voice. And it's not great today, but it's much better than it was yesterday, so we'll see how long we can get through this episode. So I do apologise if you've been missing the content. I haven't abandoned the game or anything, just struggling a little bit with my voice and then getting slightly addicted to trying to get some stuff done on Oxygen Not Included. I really like that game. It's it's very much my style of interest. Can't think of the right way to describe that, but I think you know what I mean. It really, I actually find myself sort of thinking about it when I'm doing other things, problem solving and organising things, and, that sort of stuff. So yeah, very much my sort of indulgence. So I feel like I've kind of turned the corner on that game now. I've done what I was trying to achieve. And now I'm ready to get back into doing some other recordings. In that vein, obviously I'm recording this one today, and I've also just recorded a new Subnautica episode. For those of you who are also following that series, there'll be another one of those up very soon. So I was just checking to see whether we had any rogues. It doesn't look like we have right now, but it isn't the time of day yet when they appear. They appear when it starts snowing, so we need to wait for that moment. I can see a hunter blue glow stick over there. Right, there's the snow. Do we have any hunter fires? No. Okay, so we know we're not going to run into any hunters in the immediate vicinity. God, I wish I could see something. There we are. We've got tomatoes ready to pick. I was kind of leaving them because they look so attractive. You don't need the grow light on now because they're fully grown. It really does look quite cool. Can I crouch? I can't remember how to crouch. That's a sad state of affairs. Oh dear, oh dear. How about that for a screenshot today? Haven't taken one like that for a while. Kind of a different view with the snow. So, hope you are all doing well. Apart from my small glitch with my losing my voice yesterday, I am fine. Still very much enjoying this game. Eagerly awaiting the next update from Cold Games. I should let you know that in the forums there was talk of a little bug perhaps with the game, with a small black line that appears in the graphics on the screen as you're playing. Doesn't affect anything, it's not a a big deal, but it's a little bit annoying when that appears. So I'll be looking periodically as we play today to see whether that black line's there. I'm moving the screen along up and down on the refrigerator on the left hand side there, just so that I can see whether it's there right now. It doesn't look like it is. But after I interact with things like chests and the such and the like, I'm just going to go back and check again whether there's any sign of that line, just so that I can feed back to Cold Games and just let him know, yes, it appeared after this sequence of events. So if you spotted that in your game as well, get on the forums and just let Cold Games know if you've noticed a pattern, what it was that you were doing at the time before it appeared, basically. So if we spot it in today's recording, I'll point it out so that you know what we're looking for. But we're just waiting now for daybreak. Food and water are fine. In here we have so much food. In fact, let's cook this food before the fire goes out. I'm really going to miss the fridge. I'm really going to miss the fridge when I restart. And my tomatoes. It takes a while when you restart the game before you can afford to really build a planter bed and get the tomatoes growing. And water is usually a big issue early game. Sparing enough, my voice is starting to go again. Sparing enough water to keep plants irrigated is pretty much a no-go early game. So I'm hoping I know more about the game and how it works this time round in order to, you know, cope a little bit better and get those tomatoes grown a little bit earlier. I think we might get some wood today. Let's turn these into planks. We've got 19 arrows, so we don't need any arrows. We've got another stack of 50 there, we've got 25 there, and you saw how many nails and such upstairs. Just looking on the screen now, haven't got that black line, so that's a good sign. We've got a rabbit and we've got a chicken. Let's get those in the fridge. Looks like day is breaking. What should we take with us to eat? I don't want something expensive to go off, but maybe we should take a liver, or maybe we should just take a steak. Let's just take a steak. Okay, let's get out there. Let's go on a loot run. So still no sign of that line, that's good. Let's have a look in the weapons bench actually. Let's open a few of these, you know, descriptions and things. There's the line, can you see? Ah, it's something to do with the workbench then, because that wasn't there before. There. Sometimes it's up here, sometimes it's down there. Let's see if it goes away. I think it's gone away now. Let's have a look at there again. Just doing a little bit of testing. So it's almost like it's a bit of a leftover graphic, isn't it? Let's try again. Trouble is getting a bit of the screen open. That you can see that against the floor. That's half the battle. And quite often it doesn't go away once you've seen it on the screen, but it's gone now. Well, maybe that'll help Cold Games. I'll drop him a tweet later on and let him know. We never did upgrade the another lens there. Let's turn this light off and then we'll go out on a lovely loot run. Fire's fine. Definitely no black line on the screen now. We've got the pistol with us and we have the 44. Thought I'd take that out for a bit of a change. And we'll go do a loot run. I can see a crate already, that's a good sign. Now in easy mode these crates spawn in groups of 5. So if there's one, there are generally another few in the vicinity if you can find them. There's one. There's one. So let's grab a few of these while we can. So it definitely seems to be a dialogue box. That's just leaving that little graphic on the screen there. Oops. Didn't do a very good job at that then. Crouch, we'll grab this ore. Okay, so what did we get? We got 3 of those crates. There should be another 2 somewhere. And I think on normal mode they spawn perhaps in groups of 3. Don't want to get too close to the hunters, don't want to start another war. No. Oh, there's one. They're quite widely spread. So there should still be another one somewhere. If we can find it, and then we'll move on to another area. It's a little bit of scrap, or we'll always like scrap. Wow, I've really missed playing this game. I hope this episode's recording okay. Oh, well, my voice seems to be holding out, so that's good. There's another crate down there. It's a little bit more widely spread than I would think. This could be a part of another group, actually. I think at this stage in the game, I'm looting just because it's what you do every day. I don't really need anything. I've got an absolute ton of stuff. But if you don't loot every day, you miss running around this beautiful world. And eventually your supplies will run low, you'll cause yourself difficulties. So it's best just to get out there every day, do a nice loot run. See what's out there. It's all practice, it's all good practice. I myself, I've said it many times, I'm very much looking forward to a new part of the map, whether Cold Games decides to open up a new area to us, or perhaps even redesigns an existing area. I would love to see some water. I would like to see us have to build a canteen and go and fill up a canteen from a water source. That's just something I'd personally like to see. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, you can actually. Can I move forward? That's pretty difficult to do though, isn't it? Look how big the ore is compared to the man. Never tried that before. Right, let's stand him up. Wow, look at that. Can we pick anything up though? No. That's a bit of a shame. Might run around with him like that. This is a bit like that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, isn't it? I think. That must be what that's like to play. I've never tried it. I like the idea of it, but I don't really like the idea of, you know, the real dedicated players just absolutely crushing you within a couple of minutes of you joining the game, kind of. You know, it seems quite brutal. And obviously the usual advice in those situations is you've just got to get good. You've got to practice, you've got to play it more, but who's got time? Sometimes you want to get in to a game and just enjoy it, you know. And then when you're experienced at it and you've played it for fun for a while, then you can become, you know, you can take it more seriously and try different things, and such as I have with this. You know, I started out in easy mode, didn't have the hunters on. Major thing I used to worry about was running into animals, and now I know how animals work, how close I can get, how cheeky I can be. It's they're not really a problem anymore, because I've taken the time. Well, I've spent time in the game and, you know, learnt how to deal with these things. You watch me get clobbered by a bear now. Let's see. I don't have any screenshots like that. That's a bit weird. It's a bit of a shame you can't do stuff in that mode. It would be nice to run around like that. I don't want to make any suggestions to Cole Games. I just want him to carry on working at his own pace and bringing us these great changes that he does. It always surprises me with the updates. It's such a joy. It's so exciting when one drops. Get on there and read what the new update is going to be. Really keen to play it. Never really been that sort of into a game like this before. You know, getting involved in the forums and recording play like I do. It's been a real different point of view for me. We've got a bear there. I'm going to grab that medicinal plant because I haven't got many. Haha. See? I would never have done that a few months ago. I would have been halfway across the field and I would have been worried that I was too close. You can see a crate over here. Is that a locked crate? Or is it... It's a locked crate. I don't think I have a lockpick. I could go back and make one though. Not far. Let's go back and make one. Right, so where... Okay. Let's try not to get eaten by a bear. So it's just over this main peak. There was a bear around here earlier, I did notice, so... If I can remember where it was, it's not really very far, so... Hopefully I've got enough power. There's some scrap, we'll get that on the way. Lovely, there's a wolf. Scoot round you, leave me alone. Right, we'll head down here between these rocks. Ah, lovely base. I really am going to miss it. I know I said that before. But I'm going to keep it going. I'm going to keep this one just for me to play when I want to play and I don't want to record. I can just relax and load this game up and just play for fun. Oops. Not that I don't normally play for fun, but I think you understand where I'm coming from. It's a little bit more stressful when you've got to record and you feel like you need to perform somehow, I think. So, not that I do that, I mean, I really don't, I'm just me, but you know what I mean, it's a little bit of pressure to try and keep the game interesting, but I'm trying to educate myself, or just be myself in the game. This is what it's like to play. It's a real, true representation of playing this game by just a normal person, just an everyday person. I'm nobody special, I'm not a professional YouTuber, I don't do this for a living, it's just something I do because I like it. You know, this is me, just a normal person playing a game, and hopefully you watching it and enjoying it, and hopefully you think I do a reasonable job at keeping you entertained. Hopefully. But anyway, let's put, may as well keep that one on us. Extra bandages we don't need. We could put those oars away, and if we shut the door, we'll go out the other exit. Let's split some more of this copper and get that refining. Oh, we better not because of the power situation with the fridge. Ooh, good spot. Good last minute spot there. Put this copper away. Seeds. I'll dump the seeds in there for now, and we'll put everything else in this one by the door. Get out there. Get this locked crate. Hopefully it hasn't despawned because it is that time of day. And that'll be quite a successful loot run. We've just eaten that steak, so we should be good for stamina and everything. More nails. I've got so many nails. So many nails. Trying to think who it was. Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't remember at the moment, but somebody commented the other day about, you know, why do you keep remaking your bandages and the health packs? You've got so many. I think it's just habit. You know, I've got loads of stuff because I've been playing the game a long time. And it's just something you do. You go out, you have a loot run, you come back, you make stuff into things that you need, store them away, and then you carry on the next day. It's good practice. It's a good way to, a good routine to get into, because who knows what's going to come in the future with multiplayer, and you know, you might be having more and more battles. I can't remember where this crate was. Oh no! Oh gosh, I came down over the hill. Maybe somewhere around here, wasn't it? Was it? Around here? There it is. Yay! Oh, right, what have we got? Lots of shotgun. Oh, not much else though. I mean, you know, it's okay. It's not bad. I would have liked a water canteen, a map to some treasure. Maybe some part of a weapon that you've got to go and collect the other parts. And then eventually you get access to the complete weapon, but they're quite rare. Anyway. It's like 7 Days to Die. I've been playing that a little bit just recently, and they've got the trader in 7 Days to Die. And I was so excited when they announced that was the thing they were doing, because sometimes there's some stuff you need and you can't find it anywhere. So I was hoping we'll be able to go to the trader and go and pick these things up. And then it turns out that the traders really don't have an awful lot of stuff, and you might visit them once or twice and then they're pretty useless, and you never really end up going back there again. I think things like the trader Locked crates in this game, you know, they should contain rare, really rare things you can't get elsewhere in the game. And I know long term that will be something, you know, I'm sure that Cold Games will implement as well. They'll be extremely rare, and when you come across one, they'll be really worth opening. And you'll be really glad that you found it, but at the moment, some are better than others, and you know, you can find at least 2 a day, usually, if you know where to look. So yeah, a bit more rarity and a bit more reward for finding one and making the lockpick and travelling back to go and get it, you know, that would be nice, personally. Like I said, really rare items in the game, like a water canteen instead of bottles. It holds a certain quantity of water that you can drink. You have to keep one with you and keep it topped up. Oh, good grief. I wasn't sure where he was. I'm not really sure. There's another crate, but there is a wolf there. I'm not really sure what are the rare things you could have in this game. He's sniffing behind me. I want that crate, just, you know, just because. He's going to turn round in a second, I know he is. Might not. Oh, managed it. I really want that fibre right by him as well, but we'll leave him be. Yeah, so a canteen, a water canteen, I think could be one of those real rare items. And like I said, weapon parts that you have to put together. So you find like one part out of 6. You have to collect them. It takes a while to actually get that gun, maybe. Maybe a bag, you know, maybe a bag that you can store more items in. That would be a nice find. So you've got a higher carrying capacity. Maybe, if it's possible, on the map, a way of cutting down these bushes, so it removes them. So maybe a bow saw or something, but it's like a one-off use or something like that. So it's a rare item, and you can remove one, or maybe a couple of those bushes around your base. That would be something quite nice to have. Yeah, I'm not really too sure. I think things like that, you know, are later stage game. You know, there's many more things I'm sure Cold Games would like to implement before those sorts of details. But this game's got a long way to go, I think, before we get to multiplayer. I think he's spoken Cold Games before about wanting to replace these crates. So there's a more sort of logical, more reasonable way that these things appear in the world for you to go and collect. So that alone, never mind anything else and any of the changes coming along, is a massive amount of work to implement. So, you know, I'm not expecting any of that to be done anytime soon. But I can't wait until it is. I can't wait. I'm so looking forward to be able to play this with other people. As long as it doesn't turn into a kill on site fest. Because that's miserable to play. That's the reason I don't play things like Rust. Because who wants to spend money on a game and then you can't afford, you know, you're at work or you're away for the day, you come back and your base is destroyed and all your stuff's gone. I mean, there's no fun in that. Nobody wants that. Let's go up here for a change. I wonder where the hunters are, the rogues. I'm not missing them, I don't think. They definitely weren't on the map when we looked from the ceiling yesterday, or this morning in the game. Wolf and bear. There's another lock crate. See, I mean, it is possible to get a couple of lock crates in a day if you know where to look. There's the hunter base. There's the other hunter base. Yeah. I've just run past some scrap, but there is a bear, so I'm sure you'll understand why I left it. I did want to get that crate by the tree though. There is a wolf. Oh, he's wandered off. That's a surprise. He's gone right down there in the valley, and there's the bear in the top right hand corner of the screen. Finding loads of protein bars just lately, which is nice. I mean, I do like to carry some of those on me for just keeping the, you know, the stamina and things up. Let's eat this tomato. I'm going to eat these eggs the hunters kept bringing me. Let's get rid of those. We're okay for water. I may as well eat that last egg. I'm going to treat myself to a berry water. So really, we've been out on a pretty extensive loot run. We've got a lock crate, and I don't have an awful lot to show for it. We could have got a second lock crate if I'd have made 2 lockpicks, but it is expensive. I wonder where these hunters are, these rogue hunters. I was trying to think, this is what, episode 93. So we've only got 7 more episodes in this season left. And then we'll be restarting the game. And going through that whole nerve-wracking beginning. Can I find enough food to eat for the first day? Can I make a bow early on? Can I make a platform? Can I find enough nails to make that first platform to keep me safe from the bears and wolves at night? I'm quite looking forward to it actually. I might grab him, you know, because I want that crate. Hello. He kind of bit me, I think. I think I took 3 screenshots there. I think he bit me a little bit. I have a bit of belly. Wolf belly for lunch. Didn't bite me. No, I did okay. Bit of fat, bit of cloth. Okay, let's grab this crate then, as soon as we went to all the trouble of killing the wolf. Got gunpowder coming out of my ears. I would like to have found where the rogues were. So we don't have that little black line. We can confirm that. As I say, sometimes it's a bit difficult to see when you're in sort of scenery that is that similar colour. So what we'll do is when we get back, we'll go into the workbench again and just see if we can get it to pop back up, and then I can definitely let Cold Games know that it was that action that caused that to appear. I'm sure it bothers him, those sorts of things. It's such a beautiful looking game that you really don't want any small little graphical glitches going on if you can help it. It's so clean, the lighting is gorgeous. I mean, look at this, it's so atmospheric. Real end of the day feel. Our poor rabbits and chickens. Still got enough food and water, could put another one in there. Shall we see if we can find a guest to bring into the fold? Well, there's a wolf. I just want a chicken or something. Can't hear any. Normally you can hear them. There's a wolf and a wolf. No, I don't think there are any around. Oh, sounds like the fire's still going. Just gonna have a quick look upstairs. Look how lovely this game is. I mean, look at it. Why can't we have all of that open to run around? Oh, it's just beautiful. It's such a good vantage point up here because the rocks already elevate you to a certain level. And then I've built 2 stories. It's so nice having those railings there. Look at the clouds. It's really good. It's done a fantastic job creating this world. It's lovely. Let's get back in while we can see what we are doing. Hang on, what was that? That was a bit of a change of light then, wasn't it? Not too sure, I think there was a bit of bleed through from the fire underneath me. That's probably what it was. Okay, let's put the light on, we'll put this stuff away and we will end the episode. Can we make a fuel brick before the fire runs out? That is the question. Oh, quickly. It's very close. I very rarely manage to let the fire last all day. I don't know what I seem to struggle with that, but anyway, we've got no wood on us. Just put the rest of this stuff away then. We've got another 200 nails I'm going to take upstairs. We've got a batch of 50 cordage, good. Make all of that into cordage as well. So they all go upstairs. We've got some scrap and more electrical components. Okay, I think everything else goes in the other chest. Yeah, okay. Keep an eye on the food. Don't want that burning on us. Haven't burnt any food for ages. It's a shame you can't port this stuff over to your new game. Would be nice. I'm just going to eat that because, yeah, we've got plenty. And I'm probably going to eat a tomato, which is overkill. I don't need that much, but it will give me some water, so... I mean, look at all this stuff we've got. It's incredible, really. I've already used some of these weapon parts for mass as well. And you saw that I burnt through about 50 feathers for 50 mass. And obviously we've got all this extra ammo we don't need either. Oh, I should put those planks away then. We've got 50 planks, let's take those upstairs too. We've still got 44 cordage there. Right, seeds and stuff, let's put the ore away. We've got that much iron. Make some more. We ought to make another lockpick. And we should go and check, when it's snowing, we should go and check if we can see any rogues out there. Well, oh yeah, I forgot. Did I? Yeah, I reloaded, but I forgot to top that ammo back up. We've got so much stuff. Oh, it's really quite incredible. Oh, I was going to check whether being in here caused that little line to appear. So I've been into a chest. Okay, I can't see that line, so let's go into the workbench. Go straight to alloy sheets. I'll click on some other things, perhaps to upgrade and back to craft. We'll come out, so let's have a look now if the line is there. The line is not there. So it's not reproducible. It's going to be one of those intermittent, annoying, intermittent issues. Perhaps a sequence of things that you do rather than anything obvious. How many of those? We've got quite a few of those left. So I think I'm going to wrap the episode up here. I hope you've enjoyed that. It's great to be back in Subsistence. I'm going to record another episode tomorrow. And then I'm probably going to do... Well, I'm trying not to record too many in advance because I'm waiting for the next update from Cold Games, and I don't want to be in the position where I've got 2 or 3 episodes recorded and then he brings out an update and I'm behind. So... But next week my husband is on holiday, so I'm not too sure how it's going to be with me getting any time to do any recording, but I'm going to try and stockpile a few episodes of things to release each day just to keep the content coming. So hope you enjoyed that. As always, thank you so much for watching. Any comments, tips, anything you'd like to say, just drop it in the comments. Always love reading those, and until next time, take care.